Hello, good morning everyone. Welcome back to the channel How to Improve Your Communication Skill with me, Dr. Gopal Singh Mehta. And it's morning hours around 7 a.m. and I am starting my communication practice as usual. And today I didn't go for my morning walk, and so I thought that why not to make a small video about how to practice your communication skill and what are the different variety of variety of difficulties or problems or that are going to really occur on the path when we try to improve our communication skill or try to make ourselves better at a spoken English. So this is what is going to happen with all who aspire to be better at a spoken English. So they are going to be a small or big difficulties on the path because we are new to this field, and that's why, and perhaps we are not that good at speaking this language out with anybody else. Anytime we just try to really speak this language out or want to say something in English, we always get stuck or we always feel a little bit of definitely trouble. How even sometimes we are unable to really promptly or spontaneously start our sentence, how to start our sentence. And once we start our sentence, then perhaps because of the inability to catch on that most appropriate word that should be there, otherwise to express yourself effectively, you aren't able to really do that. So what happens is that you get stuck there and you kind of feel embarrassment. So a lot of such kind of problems are going to really occur. So that is why we are putting ourselves into the practice of communication. If you speak out this language every day for some time, if you are not having an English environment around you, or you don't have your friends or anybody around with whom you can speak this language, then definitely you will have to really help yourself. And what is the best way to practice yourself speaking this language out in any form. And even I would suggest that when you're going to read English stuff, read out loud, so that it gives you another benefit of really practicing your communication skill. This is akin to practicing your communication skill. When you read out loud, you get to know that what way you are speaking, how clarity is coming out from your mouth, whether you are pronouncing the words correctly or not, whether the flow of the sentence is going about pretty well. So everything, the intonation, everything is just come to to our notice. So that's how slowly we start really improving on the quality of our spoken English. So this is also one of the ways, and it is about really coming out of a comfort zone. Definitely we must be taking into account even before thinking of making ourselves better at spoken English that there are going to be a lot of challenges on the path, and every challenge we have to really deal with in order to go ahead along the journey of our aspiration, isn't it? So don't think that way, that you are not perhaps going to really meet that big challenges, or even if you meet the challenges on the path, perhaps you kind of trick those challenges and bypass those challenges. No, this is nothing like any option available for anybody who wants to really be stronger, who wants to be more capable of speaking this language out. The only option available is that we have to really deal with the challenges, and then only we are going to really learn something out of dealing with those challenges and go ahead and or move ahead along the journey of our aspiration. So it is about the coming out of our comfort zone. So you need to train your mind that how it has to really function. You are improving the capability of your mind, isn't it? So suddenly what happens is that you think of really speaking for half an hour every day in the beginning, and even in that half hour time you really feel so much of a struggle that at times really you become so frustrated and annoyed that you want to quit it, because you think that it's not a cup of tea, because of the only fact that you are feeling a lot of struggle. But those who are having hard, who are having patience, who understand the nature of our journey, will definitely stay put there, because these problems are going to really be there. So this is how we have to really come out of comfort zone and exercise our mind towards dealing with all those challenges. So first of all, I would really suggest to you, as I also did, that you need to be reading a lot of English stuff every day. because that's going to really make your mind familiar with it, and your mind is going to really live in an English environment. Every day it is just having some English environment, And the second thing is that you also need to listen a lot of English stuff, whether you are watching your movies in English, or you are just listening to any podcast, or just listening to other speakers on YouTube. What I mean to say that you need to really consume this English every day. You are surrounded by English environment this way. Then only you are going to make yourself familiar with this English language, and the more you become familiar, acquainted, the more you feel comfortable really dealing with the challenges of this language. So now you have started practicing it a little bit every day. Even small sentences you can try on. That's how we all begin it. And we definitely are going to really struggle with it, even with small, sentences. Even we are able to really speak one sentence, then again we find ourselves at a difficulty of connecting the second sentence smoothly at the tail of the first sentence as soon as we finish it. So it is a lot of work, because our mind has to be, in tandem with every element to really make them coordinate with one another, so that's how we are going to really speak out fluently and confidently. So our mind need to really also process the content of what we are going to really speak next. So what we are feeling struggle at is that you focus your mind to be really speaking that first sentence or the sentence correctly, grammatically correct, and when you focus too much about it, then what happens that you forget about the content, what you had to really speak next about after this first sentence. That's how we really have an awkward pause after completing that first sentence. So slowly everything is really going to be in line, and you need to be really putting in your mind, or just feeding your mind these positive voices. Then only your mind is going to really believe in itself that it can really go about every aspiration. You must have been wondering, a lot of people in this world are doing such kind of activities which are beyond the imagination, but how that they were successful in doing such big wonders. Just because of the practice of doing that, they made themselves really believe that they can achieve this feat. Someone else has also achieved it. Why can't they? So many a times this is going to be. So the more we exercise our brain, the more we exercise our mind, the more the mind is going to be capable of handling challenges and proving to be the greatest friend to us. And that's how it works. If we have trained our minds about that we need to do something, and the mind has become really acquainted with that, what you want out of it, so it is just going to be coming forward. It's going to be proactive about that, what you really want out of it. So it is going to really understand the hint by you. So it comes forward and it starts doing what you feel like doing, because whatever you think, the mind is listening. I'm just keeping the mind and you separate here, just for the sake of understanding these facts the better way. So always think that the problems are getting stuck in the sentences are going to be part of these exercises, and the more we are going to really stay put there. And one thing I would like to really suggest is that when you start a sentence and suddenly in the middle of the sentence you get stuck, just because of the fact that you are unable to really catch on that word. Even that word is very common, very simple. You know that word pretty well, but at the nick of the time, your mind is unable to really catch on it. So why? But don't just quit the sentence there. Just take time to really remember the sentence. And if you are not able to remember it, then pass another sentence, or try to really catch on another word which is closest in the meaning to the most appropriate word. And that's how you are going to really have that word in place to complete your sentence. What I mean to say that don't quit the sentence, because once you start quitting, every time you are getting stuck in completing a sentence, this is going to be again a habit, and this habit is detrimental, of course. So you just take your time, because in the beginning you are just practicing, you are speaking in front of anybody. There isn't anyone to really look at you or to make a scrutiny about you, or just to laugh at you, you mock you. No, there isn't any such kind of atmosphere. You are just doing your practice all alone. inside your room, so you are going to take enough of time. So think about that's how you are going to and just move ahead from the sentence. Whatever time you had allotted for yourself, half an hour time for speaking, you complete your half hour time, because everything that you are doing is just creating a habit, and this habit is going to be very useful for us. And if we just at the meeting of a problem, we just lose ourselves, or we just give in to the problems or the challenges, then that's going to make us weak. We understand that these are going to really happen, so we have to really go about it and move on. That's how, because our goal is to complete our talk for half an hour. Whatever kind of difficulty is going to really come there, we cannot restart again and again. No, just take your time and complete your sentence anyhow, because now your mind has come out of that comfort zone. It's stressed at those points or those spaces where you really got stuck, and it exercises its own capability to find that word or the next substitute. And slowly the mind is getting to know that what it needs to be doing, isn't it? That's the mind helps us. So always believe in yourself so you can achieve, and it is always coming out of comfort zone that we're going to really make ourselves more capable. Like that, we exercise our physical body, isn't it? So on the very first day, you are asked only to do some, warming up exercises, just jogging, or even if you are going to lift some weight, they would be very light, just to make your body a bit familiar with it, just to start the body really getting into it. You suddenly just can't, do exercises with the heavy weights. So slowly when you start just doing exercise, and after some time you are pretty capable of lifting those weights of some amount, whatever it is, then you think of increasing your weight, because you just want to come out of a comfort zone. There you will feel a strain on your physical on your muscles, definitely, and then you are going to increase your power. Slowly we are extending ourselves to really be more capable. So the same is with the mind. The more our mind really starts expanding its territory of comfort zone, slowly the area of our comfort zone is going to increase, and that's how we become far more capable of doing things in our life and be better equipped with dealing with challenges of the life, and become more comfortable handling the matter which really seemed so difficult in the beginning. So for today, I think this is uninterrupted kind of just a live kind of my practice of communication, and I don't say that I am just flawless or something like that. That's, of course, there are a lot many spaces where I have to really improve or again, but slowly this is everything is going to really be better. This is a hope we should be always holding onto, and that's how we become better. But you have to really put yourself into action. That's the main point. Thank you so much. Good day.